How effective has Israel's military campaign been? What do you say to people? I mean, there's constant agitation with regards to the genocide that Israel is conducting in Gaza. And so what's your view of the manner in which this defensive war has been conducted? And then I'm very curious, like, what's a vision of victory? Like, I'm always curious when a war breaks out, and this is because of the way it started. In some ways, it's its own unique entity. But like, I'm very confused about what victory would look like. Sure. And what's the victory? What is victory defined by Israel now in relationship to this? So, because you could win the war and lose the public opinion battle, for example,
absolutely.
Which wouldn't be good.
So I'll answer question 1, 3, and 2.
Okay.
So how's it going? Well, the military itself has been very successful, very effective. The soldiers, the reservists especially, Israel is based on a massive reserve service. So you continue doing reserve till about 45, age of 45. However, in my opinion, the government lacks a coherent strategy and did not outline what a victory is. That precise question, we've never been told, what does it actually mean? And, I would have gone about this whole war in a very different way. I thought that we should apply a siege on northern Gaza, allow all the civilians to get out, but we would screen and basically smoke out the terrorists from the tunnels without having to have so much friction and cost for everyone. That was not adopted, that plan, a siege plan. They decided to go in kinetically, which is a legit decision. It has its advantages, but also that is not being prosecuted the way it should. If you're going to fight, fight. Right now, there's no war in Gaza. There's not a war. There's no fighting going on. We're at 3% intensity. And the notion that Israel should have long, low-intensity wars of attrition, I don't buy that. I think that's the wrong strategy. Israel should have short, high-intensity wars if we have to do a war. That's what we always did. The 56 year war was just a few days. The 6-day war was indeed 6 days. Yom Kippur war was 2.5 weeks. And suddenly we're in this protracted, dragged on thing. Why is it bad for us? Many reasons. First and foremost, global opinion needs short time span for us to, right? Even if it's very high intensity, lots of buildings fell or whatever, but you move on. There's something new on the agenda. Taylor Swift comes out with a new song and everyone changes topic. But the fact that we're dripping this and we're always going to be inferior in world opinion. So the less they talk about us, the better off we are. That's one mistake. Second one, it also puts tremendous pressure on our economy, on our reservists. And that's exactly what Iran wants us to do. Iran wants to exhaust us in a slow, dripping war. That's why I think I would surge and defeat. And if we're not going to do that, I would cut a deal, a big deal with, and bring the hostages home. We need them to come home and fight another day. What does victory look like? Again, I can say what I would have set the parameters. It's Hamas raising a white flag because and getting on ships and being transferred, the 5,000 or 10,000 Hamasniks being transferred out of Gaza to some Arab state, but we let them live. That would be the deal. And the leverage would be, if you don't do that, we're going to kill you. But we're not doing that, so we don't have the leverage.
And are those key players already identified?
Those 5,000?
Yeah.
We ultimately we're probably going to be able to kill Yahya Sinwar, and get the hostages home. We have 100 hostages that Hamas is still holding. 100 Israelis that were kidnapped from their beds at 6:30 or 7 in the morning, just citizens of Israel. And the most fundamental ethos in Israel is you don't forget anyone. You don't leave anyone behind. And this is unacceptable.